it's Hairyfrankfurt and today's a Wednesday, which means I'm going to be reading my diary, and this time I'm not going to cry. If you haven't watched the last time I cried, click the card, you can watch me cry. If you get off on that, then fucking props to you. Emo Revival 2018. Today we are reading my diary because that's something I do on Wednesdays, so if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, and if you haven't seen one of these episodes, make sure you watch the entire playlist. Let's jump right on into the 2nd of January 2009. Perhaps I should speak a few rather important truths that I have been hiding unknowingly. For the past few days, I have been depressed. If you read or if you watched the video where I read the last entry, you wouldn't be surprised by that fact. Today I took my pill, meaning my antidepressants. But yesterday and the day before, I was self-medicating with painful thoughts and ideas of suicide. I finished my periods yesterday and my boyfriend was dumping me that morning and the day before. By lunch, we sorted it out, and hence I'm still here. So here you can see that there were dramas happening. So 2 days in a row, my boyfriend was sending me texts that he wanted to dump me or that he was dumping me or whatever, and I was contemplating suicide. I've been picking at my face terribly and fighting with my family unwillingly, causing them to be fearful of and for me, not sure what to do or where they stand with me. I feel my eating problems coming back as I have gained weight and Mum has noticed. I'm sorry, but what kind of mother mentions how much their 14-year-old daughter weighs? What? I was probably 15 at this stage though. I feel that a lot of the time the things my mum says are calling me fat, and although that isn't her intention, that is the only way I can interpret her comments to make any sense in my head. So I guess this week has been tragic, with a bad mix of hormones, change, love, low self-esteem, depression, fights, and old anorexia, however mild that anorexia is. I know that in order to be diagnosed with anorexia, you need to actually be under a specific weight, but the thing that I was struggling with at this stage, and to be honest with you, even still now, is just fucked up thoughts around food. So there you go. It's not an eating disorder, it's disordered eating. And here, more than ever, I feel very like the third wheel. My mum and brother decided they didn't want to hang out with me, so they got quite close as I stayed in the home doing bloody nothing. Now they have memories of those days and joke of things that happened. They go to the pool together because although I love swimming, I have lately been a little tiresome of the daily trips downstairs to the small pool in Grandma Spa. Luxurious though it may be, you have to admit it does get boring. The thing is, my mum still picks on me for these things. Not crying this episode though. Yeah, my mum still kind of goes, oh, you never were there for the fun stuff, you never wanted to do stuff. I'm like, yeah, because I was fucking suffering. Then we must add limited room, public holidays, no internet, and no Foxtel to the equation, and you can see why I'm having trouble. Not too long ago, I was occupied with work and my boyfriend, but now there is nothing. I love going to the city, but public holidays, trips to the pool, and deliveries have prevented me from going. Perhaps tomorrow I will set off on my own and get an iPod dock for my boyfriend, who is coming up with his family next Wednesday. So even though my boyfriend was basically treating me like shit and I'm absolutely miserable and there's family stuff going on, I was gonna buy my boyfriend things, but I don't know. I think old Kate has gotten a little bit bitter. 3rd of January 2009. Well, I'm in my room on the day that marks 9 months with my boyfriend. We had a rather delightful phone call that ended poorly due to my penniless mother insulting my boyfriend and confiscating my phone. So here I am. What is it? Penniless? Is that what that says? Penniless? No, I don't know what that says. So here I am, extremely alone, knowing that I have no way of contacting my boyfriend, and no desire to speak with my mother or brother again. So here I am, missing my boyfriend terribly, as always, and wanting to write once again, knowing how atrociously pathetic I am writing. Yeah, my handwriting is actually awful here. Perhaps a love story, a good one. Oh, no. Okay. So here I am, missing my boyfriend terribly as always and wanting to write once again, not knowing how atrociously pathetic I am at writing. So, you know, just belittling myself. Perhaps a love story, a good one. No, that's damn near impossible for me. Ah, hell, forget I mentioned it. The only reason I brought up romance is my longing for my boyfriend. I hope God sends my message of love to my boyfriend now that I can't myself. Honestly, yeah. Can you tell I'm getting a little sick of it? We'll read one more entry. 5th of January 2009. Today on Sunrise they had Sarah and Dr. Michael Carr Gregg of Girlfriend magazine to talk about the next phase of their project to make teens happier and helping them feel better about themselves. So far they have the reality check for when a picture has been edited, and now they're bringing in think, do, be positive, helping readers be happier by having an article teaching girls how to be optimistic and think good thoughts, hoping to lower the rate of mental illness in teenagers. Interesting. Of course, I have a problem with it, being one of the people with mental illness that they are hoping to change. I believe that instead of encouraging positive behavior and praising people for doing positive things, they should give a more can-do attitude. Being a reader of the magazine, I have been able to recognize its flaws. As soon as a new fad or trend comes out, they devote the whole magazine to the theme. So say, for instance, floral patterns and happiness are in, features throughout will be with that theme. So people who are more into the Emily the Strange only get one page devoted to that there, being in the form of an advertisement. How do I believe they should better the magazine? Cater for all groups of people, of course. That is one step. Step 2, instead of praising happiness and scolding sadness, perhaps showing statistics that depression is on the rise and that those among that group are definitely not alone. That's fair. Along with this, should be teaching non-sufferers about the lifestyle of one in pain, lessening the separation between the two groups, showing that depression does not make you emo, and closing the gap between the two. Sufferers should not be hidden, as this only heightens stereotypes and accusations made about them. That's so fucking true. Like, the whole stigma of mental health kills me, even today. Like, we need to be talking more about mental health and mental illness. I don't know so much about talking about mental illness because we're kind of drawing attention to something that we don't want. And I think that drawing attention to mental health is 1,000 times better, but I get where I'm coming from here. I believe that instead of looking after people that don't suffer, they should look after those that do. Yes. The magazine should be made more diverse, influencing personality and individuality amongst readers. Although majority of readers don't suffer, how would I know that? And and they're doing whatever is expected to be done for this majority. Okay, so although majority of the readers don't suffer, and by the way, I couldn't know that, they are doing what is expected to be done for the majority, and they aren't covering the minority of people that read the magazine, even though it isn't what they believe in as a sufferer. The cover, a beautiful picture of a beautiful person, must change. I'm not so sure if I'm making sense right now. Bye. Yeah, look, I get where I was going with that because it's just so much fake, you know? And yeah. Anyways, that was an interesting one. And then I tried to draw just a bit. Don't know if you guys can see that. Yep, that is me attempting to draw stuff. So, that was another entry in my diary, and we only have a few more entries before we are done with this specific book. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of really super excited. Hope you guys are still enjoying this series, and if you are, make sure you subscribe. Oh, wait, oh, right, I remember that. Oh. If you guys are still enjoying this series, then make sure you subscribe. Or, hope you guys are enjoying this series, and if you are, make sure you are subscribed and you've watched all of the videos in the series so that you know what the hell is going on in my life. and you will see me in the next video, which is one of these ones. So make sure you click that one before you go. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, do that, hit the little bell, and you will see me then. Okay, bye.